wife Susan and my son Nick are two of the greatest of these. They are my #1 fans most days. And they have shown unyielding support to me throughout my confirmation process and at every other stage in my public service career. I love you both very, very much. I want to thank John Sullivan, Deputy Secretary Sullivan. Where's yeah. John, thank you. Thank you for your service in this interim period. Mr. President, I also want to say thank you to you. You have entrusted me with a weighty and awesome responsibility to serve the American people, first as the Director of the CIA, and now as the Secretary of State. This responsibility becomes more sobering when we consider the many threats to American security and prosperity and our liberty. Mr. President, I promise you, my team and I will be unrelenting in confronting those threats. We will employ tough diplomacy when necessary to put the interests of the American people first. I will work to ensure their safety, to preserve their rights, and to defend their values. And I will make sure America is always a respected and principled leader on the world stage. We are but 15 months into this administration, and we've already made outstanding progress by speaking the truth about the challenges we face, by confronting them head on, by partnering with strong, sovereign, independent nations to make America and the world more prosperous and secure. We've put a hurt on the ISIS caliphate in Iraq and Syria. We've done so by great diplomatic work. We're confronting all types of Iranian hostility and are deciding on the next steps for the flawed JCPOA. We've imposed real consequences on Russia for its acts of aggression. And we will soon move our embassy in Israel to Jerusalem years ahead of schedule. We are bringing fairness and reciprocity to our economic relationship with China and protecting our intellectual property from them as well. And we saw in your meetings last week with President Macron and Chancellor Merkel, we continue to uphold and strengthen our time-honored alliances. But there's one more thing. Right now, we have an unprecedented opportunity to change the course of history on the Korean Peninsula. I underscore the word opportunity. We're in the beginning stages of the work, and the outcome is certainly yet unknown. But one thing is certain. This administration will not repeat the mistakes of the past. Our eyes are wide open. It's time to solve this once and for all. A bad deal is not an option. The American people are counting on us to get this right. We are committed to the permanent, verifiable, irreversible dismantling of North Korea's weapons of mass destruction program, and to do so without delay. To my colleagues here, when I say we're going to do this, I mean we. This is a team effort at the State Department and the whole of the United States government. Mr. President, when you offered me the job to be the director of CIA, I was honored to lead the world's finest intelligence corps, and I am incredibly honored and humbled by the opportunity to lead the world's finest diplomatic corps now. Mr. President, you read a great quote from the greatest president ever from Kansas. It was a historic quote, but frankly, things haven't changed much since then. I've been an Army officer, a congressman, the director of the CIA, now here at State. We have much to do. But in every position I've had, I've witnessed the skills, expertise, and patriotism of our foreign affairs professionals. Whether it's civil servants or foreign service officers, political appointees, or locally employed staff, you all lay it on the line to make sure that America is safe and prosperous and free. Thank you for that. As I've said, and I'll elaborate more, I want the State Department to get its swagger back. We need our men and women out at the front lines, executing American diplomacy with great vigor and energy, and to represent the finest nation in the history of civilization. We should be proud of that, and I'm counting on you all to help communicate in every corner of the world. Mr. President, I have full confidence that my team here in Washington and around the world under your leadership can and will execute that mission for the benefit of the American people. And I'm eager to work with you all to get that job done. You all know this is essential work. That's why you're here. It's why I'm here. I look forward to doing this together. Thank you all so much for the warm welcome I have received in these first days. I can't wait to get after this with you. Thank you again, Mr. President, for your trust and your leadership and your faith in me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony has concluded. We invite you to enjoy the reception. A receiving line will form in front of the stage.
All right, guys, so we're live here in the newsroom at Fox 5 DC. Welcome to Fox 5 Live for May 2nd. Happy Wednesday. That was just Mike Pompeo getting sworn in at the White House. Obviously, you saw that, the brief remarks by Pompeo himself, and then an intro from President Trump there at the White House this morning. I want to go over to another feed that we just had come in, but unfortunately, right now it's down, but we're going to go over there shortly. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is participating in College Signing Day at Temple University in Philadelphia. Oh, it just came back up again for us. So we're going to go over there. Kind of a cool event up in Philly. And later, some more top stories of the day, including the first time that Mark Zuckerberg has spoken out since his testimony in the Cambridge Analytica scandal. When he testified before Congress here in D.C. yesterday, he was the keynote speaker at the annual Facebook F8 conference. So he unveiled some of the new changes that are happening for Facebook coming up in very soon coming days. Also some new Instagram changes, and we're going to show you kind of a package on that and some other top stories of the day. But for now, let's go up to Temple, where they're about to host former First Lady Michelle Obama in College Signing Day.
Stage left is the president of Temple University and the provost of Temple University. Make some noise, y'all! And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my
Thank you. Thank you very much. To everyone here, welcome to Temple University. To our students, to the high school students who are here, congratulations. You are amazing. We are so proud of you. And let's give a great big shout out to the parents and teachers who are here. You are amazing. And now, the person who is in charge of all of our academic programs, our provost, our executive vice president, Joanne Epps.
Thank you, President Engler. Congratulations to all of you who are going to be headed to college next year. I have just one piece of advice, and that is to persevere. In the inimitable words of Maya Angelou, you may sometimes find that you have faced defeat, but never, ever be defeated. If you persevere, you will prevail. Congratulations.
Hey, make some noise one more time for your TU representatives. Y'all can do better than that. Make some noise. Hey, you guys, look, I know I told you I was going to put you on the spot a little earlier. Now, I'm not going to make you dance, but I feel like we should put some music on, and as y'all make y'all way off the stage, you just got to do it in style. Philadelphia, y'all want to see that, right? Let's play some music right now. Make some noise one more time for your team. Are you guys ready to get started with college signing day? I need to make some noise. Y'all are ready. Hold on. Mwah. Are y'all ready over here to get started with college signing day? Because I just heard y'all a couple minutes ago when that music came on, that Cardi B came on, and y'all was lit. Are y'all ready over here for college signing day? My name is Christian Crosby. I will be hosting today along with Nick Cannon. I want to tell you, I was back there and I couldn't believe my eyes. There are so many stars, athletes, celebrities, politicians, teachers, leaders, activists. They're all standing back there right now because of you. Make some noise. I want to encourage you to continue to higher your education. It is very important, and this is perfect proof that what you are doing is making an impact. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause before we get started. You may recognize me from the Philadelphia 76ers game. Do I have any Sixers fans in here? We're in the second round right now. Does anybody out there trust the process? All right, cool. I want to make sure we were all on the same page before I said anything else on this microphone. We have so many special guests that are going to come out here today. First up, representing Comcast, who has helped make this day possible. So we want to make sure we show love. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome onto the stage Stephanie Costa from Comcast. Hey, it's a little quiet. Make some noise. Let's go. I got. Come on, y'all gotta help her out. Come on. I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Like you said, I'm Stephanie Costa. I'm the Vice President of Government Affairs for Comcast. And I am a graduate of the great Temple University. Woo! On behalf of Comcast, I am so honored to stand here in my alma mater and celebrate you, You high school seniors who are reaching for your dreams and taking one step closer to them by choosing to pursue higher education. Congratulations to you. And for all of you, I know your journey has had your challenges. Many of you balanced late nights of study with jobs, family responsibilities, social pressures, and at times you may have questioned whether it was worth it. But you know now it was worth it. My parents grew up in West Philly. English was not my father's first language, but he managed to graduate from West Philly High. My mother's family struggled to stay in their home, being evicted 4 times before she graduated from high school from proud Bartram. College was a dream they thought was out of reach for them, but they dreamt that it would be in reach for their children. When my parents dropped me off at Temple University, my mother had tears in her eyes. My father made uncomfortable dad jokes at my new roommate. They were sad to see their youngest go, or maybe they were happy to get rid of me. I was kind of a mouthy teenager. But they knew then what I know now, that that day, that first day at Temple, was a giant leap forward in my future. A journey that took hard work, many terrible part-time jobs, and just a few student loans. But it's a journey that resulted in me working and thriving in the great city of Philadelphia. For some of you, today is a dream that your parents or loved ones planted and you nurtured. For others, you had to plant that seed yourself. But for all of you, it is your determination and grit that has blossomed into your success today. Comcast is proud to be a part of celebrating that success by helping make this event happen here in our home city of Philadelphia. Commitment to service and giving back to the communities where our employees and customers live and work is one of the enduring legacies of our founder, Ralph Roberts. A powerful way we continue that tradition is through the Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Program, which awards scholarships to high school seniors who have demonstrated leadership skills, academic achievement, and a commitment to community service. Since 2001-2002 school years, over 358 graduating Philadelphia high school seniors have received nearly $500,000 in Leaders and Achievers scholarships. This year, 43 Philadelphia students will receive this award. Some of our Leaders and Achievers scholars are joining us here today, and we could not be prouder of them. So I stand here today like my mom with her tears and my dad with his terrible jokes and look upon this sea of faces, hopeful faces, intelligent faces, Philadelphian faces, with my heart bursting in all of your accomplishments and with anticipation of your future. So study hard, do the most good, and above all, come back with your smarts and achievements. We'd love you to have you work at Comcast. Congratulations! Woo!
Let's give it up for her one more time. Show some love. At this time, we want you to focus your attention to the board, check out this video, and get ready to have a good time today. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, It's more than just a sneaker. Representing the Jordan brand, make some noise and give it up for Larry Miller! Y'all better make some noise now. Go Larry, go Larry, go Larry, go Larry.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So it's a real pleasure for me to be here in Philadelphia, which is hometown for me. And whenever I get an opportunity to come back to Philly, I love doing it. It'll always be home no matter where else I live. Philly's always going to be home. And also, it's great to be back here at Temple University as a Temple alumni. I had a great experience here at Temple, and I want to thank everyone that helped me to get to where I am through my time here at Temple University. My main goal today is to thank some people who have really helped us to get to where we are as far as the Jordan Wings program. And what Jordan Wings is really the Jordan brand's opportunity to give back to the community. And this comes from Michael Jordan himself, who, when we started to talk about how we could give back to the community, we talked about education being the key. And to me, education is a key that unlocks the door to a great life for everyone. It did for me, and I'm sure it's going to do the same for everyone in this room. So I'd like to start out by thanking First Lady Obama. I mean, without her, and she's still our First Lady, right? Yes. Also, here in Philadelphia, we were able to connect. Our Wings program actually started right here in Philadelphia, and it started with a connection with 3 high schools here in Philadelphia: West Philly High, Imhotep, and Kensington Kava. All right. So I want to truly thank the faculty, principals, administration of those schools, and the students there who really helped us to get this program going. Next, I'd like to thank a partner that we connected with here that has really helped us bring our vision to life here in the city of Philadelphia. And it's an organization called Minds Matter Philadelphia. Yeah. Great volunteer organization. Everything they do is volunteer. They've got great people who support young people in their quest to have a better life and to get a greater education. So definitely want to thank them. Also, I'd like to thank a couple local folks here who really helped us to get this going. I'd like to thank Anthony and Michelle Martin. I don't know if they're here somewhere, but they were actually instrumental in us getting our foothold here in Philadelphia and getting Wings going. Also, I want to definitely thank Donna Frisbee Greenwood. Donna actually is our eyes and ears on the ground here in Philadelphia. She's our boots on the ground in Philadelphia. And when we need to get things done, Donna is the one we turn to get those things done. And then also I'd like to thank a person who really, this whole idea kind of started with a conversation between him and I. And his name is Jason Lutz. I know Jason is here somewhere, but Jason actually, he and I sat down in his office and we talked about how we could use the connection that young people have to the Jordan brand to motivate them from an educational perspective. And we came up with an idea called A's for J's, where we were giving kids credits and the ability to get Jordan products by getting good grades and attendance in school. That actually evolved into the Wings program that we have today. So I want to thank Jason. Lastly, I'd like to thank, and this is going to be a surprise to her, but Chauncey Mache, who works with me. Chauncey really took a vision that myself, Michael Jordan, a few other people had, and actually turned it into reality. So I definitely
All right, guys, sorry about that. It seems to be that we lost that feed unbeknownst to us. We did not expect that change. Unfortunately, they just cut that video. I'm going to try to look for it on another source, but it looks like they just switched us to some sort of car chase that's going on in some wooded area. I don't quite know what this is. Again, we're going to try to get back to that feed for you because I want to get back to Temple University's college signing day where Michelle Obama is slated to make the keynote speech. I don't have the exact schedule of events for that, but I am looking into it now to try to find that for you. Again, sorry about that switch. All right, everybody, sorry about that. An abrupt change of events there. Unfortunately, we lost that feed for now. I'm really hoping they do send it back. I have no information on where this chase is, some type of apprehending of a suspect, and we don't have a lot of information on it, unfortunately. So instead, let's give you a shot of the newsroom here. We're live in D.C., up in Upper Northwest, Washington, D.C. at Fox 5 D.C. Let's look at some of the top stories from here in the DMV area and around the nation, including that keynote speech that Mark Zuckerberg made yesterday at Facebook F8. It was their conference, their annual conference event, and he had some things to say about the future of Facebook and some new things that are rolling out on the social media app coming up shortly. Also, some other top stories of the day, some heartwarming ones from around the country. Let's take a look.
What happened with Cambridge Analytica was a major breach of trust.
Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg taking the stage Tuesday for the social media giant's annual developers conference. The CEO addressing election meddling issues, fake news problems, and the ongoing data privacy scandals which impacted 87 million users.
We're currently in the process of investigating every single app that had access to a large amount of people's information.
The social media site announcing several new features, including a tool to help you track who's accessing your profile, and an app called Watch Party, which lets you watch video and chat with your friends.
You know, let's say that your friend is testifying in Congress. For example, now you're going to be able to bring your friends together and you can laugh together and you can cry together
But the biggest announcement, a dating feature.
If you want, you can make a dating profile, and this is going to be for building real long-term relationships. All right, not just hookups.
The new dating app seeing Match Group stock tank Tuesday. The company which owns Tinder, OkCupid, and Match.com losing more than 20% on the news.
A man who devoted his life to man's best friend. This museum has gone to the dogs. Statues, paintings, an entire display of cufflinks, dog collars dating back to the 1700s, more than 200 items in all.
Oh, it's nice to have my house free of everything and come here and visit the clutter, you know?
Yes, all of this belongs to one man, David York, whose rescue dogs adorn the wall. One, Daisy, even has her own exhibit.
We all love our dogs so much that people go to extremes to keep them happy.
Bite marks on the car seat, nose prints on the windshield.
So what we did was take Daisy's crazy destruction of a Jeep and made her into an artist.
Wow. The art here runs the gamut, from the historic.
This was a tobacco humidor, so it just sits around on a table like this.
To the unique.
I have the trademark papers that go with it, but you don't find many plastic nippers.
But all of it has personal ties to David, who once owned a chain of doggy daycares.
Here, we couldn't get the safe out of the building, so we decided just to fill it up with dogs.
The museum is located inside an old paint and wallpaper shop. Relics of its past intermingle with dog figurines.
And it kind of goes with the dogs because some of them have chips and, are rescues, and it fits with the rescued building, too.
And don't forget about the outside, where you'll see a stretched limousine featuring, what else? A dog.
It's like total dog.
The Museum of Dog is open 7 days a week. It costs $5 for adults and $1 for kids. In North Adams, I'm Mary Wilson, News 10 ABC.
It's called The Ring.
Whenever there's something going on, we get the alerts.
10,000 residents have these high-tech doorbells in Orlando. Now, The Ring allows you to answer your door, whether you're inside your house or away. And you could also see it all on your cell phone. With so many eyes, a digital neighborhood watch is created, and now OPD is chiming in too.
If we do need to look at certain video from an area, Ring will contact those residents and specifically ask them if it's okay for law enforcement to view the video of that particular case.
The chief says the Ring Neighborhoods portal will be available to OPD, but residents will still have to give them permission to use their video.
There are no privacy issues. If someone doesn't want the law enforcement to look at their video, then we won't be able to look at it.
Neighbors say it gives them even more security.
It's just a great device to have.
In Orlando, Valerie Boy, Fox 35 News.
Scratching off a lottery jackpot is becoming a bit of a habit.
Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable again.
For one of Sylvester Getz's regular customers at his convenience store in Sarasota.
Who comes in every day?
And the sign greeting people to the Sunglow One Stop celebrates the $1 million scratch-off Sylvester sold to Lubomir Richvalsky in 2014. A 100 times the cash that cost $25.
Like, he gives me the ticket and he goes to me, is this right? What, is this right? What's this? And I'm like, let me see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm like, holy smokes, dude. Just got $1 million.
Fast forward to this past Tuesday at the Publix, just several hundred feet away. Richvalsky scratched off another $1 million winner, this time on a $25 world-class cash scratch-off. Sylvester says he deserves it.
He's a nice guy. It doesn't get to his head. That's the biggest thing, I think. Some people win big money and they go nuts, on a spending sprees and get all stuck up and all that. As far as I know, he's not like that.
The odds of hitting 2 scratch-off jackpots are hard to fathom.
Twice? No.
Because they're astronomical. Reportedly 1 in 2 billion.
Wow, it's just amazing. It's good karma. That's all it is.
It's pretty unbelievable. It really is.
hopefully it'll be me someday.
Sylvester hopes someday he can hit a similar streak of incredible luck and maybe even right in his own store again.
That would be awesome. It would be. I wouldn't mind trying it.
At Beaker Holim Cemetery, people came to get their voices heard.
My dad is a Holocaust survivor. He's buried in this cemetery, and he doesn't deserve this.
It's people leaving needles on the property, and we need more resources.
They were expecting to speak with Seattle City Council member Deborah Juarez directly, but instead, two staffers showed up to listen to their concerns.
This may be a special case because it's a cemetery.
Telling the council member was coming. If I didn't think the council member was coming. If I thought the staff was coming, I would have said the staff was coming.
A little disappointed with the response, the fact that the council member did not show up. It's great that we have a dialogue about it and people are starting to notice.
What they noticed since our story first aired was that something needed to be done. For years, Beaker Holim Cemetery, the Seattle Historic Sephardic Cemetery, and Evergreen Washelli across the street have been dealing with cleaning up tons of trash, needles, even human waste left on cemetery grounds, even on headstones. The result, they say, of homeless people and drug addicts living in campers and tents.
I've been with the company for 10 years, and in the last 4 to 5 years, it's just gotten so much worse.
With little to no response until recently from the city. This morning was a stark difference than what we saw a couple of weeks ago.
So it's been cleaned up because of all the media attention. The people in the RVs and the people in the tents didn't like the media attention.
Within the last week, we've had a huge push and effort from the city and SPD, and it seems like we've seen 2 patrol cars go down the street.
Which they say is much more than what they saw before. Councilmember Juarez did send Q13 a statement saying, in part, "I was disturbed to hear of the latest manifestation of Seattle's homelessness crisis, and I share the frustrations of our Jewish community members. I am pleased to report that 2 residents of the encampment have since accepted the city's offer of shelter space. For some, they wonder, though, if this is a temporary fix."
We are asking them to make this whole area 2-hour parking and for them to actually enforce it. That's a start. But also the homeless crisis overall needs to be dealt with, and especially the people who are substance dependent.
All right, guys, those are just some of the top stories from today that we have in our network from some of our sister stations too across the nation. But right now, live, unfortunately, I still do not have the footage of the Temple University signing day where Michelle Obama is keynoting that. If we do get that back in, I will put it up immediately. That was what I was hoping for today. But here's another sort of sad story also out of Philly. There was a double murder this week, a young couple in their 20s. Police in that area, Northampton Township, are providing an update on that couple who was murdered in their home yesterday morning. So here is that. It's coming in live right now from Philly.
Show you a picture. This is Mr. Mooney. And you can expect that something will be up on our website on Crime Watch very shortly, over the next 10-15 minutes, that will probably give you a better picture right now. And we'll be back to update you as things move along through the day. Thanks, folks.
All right, unfortunately, just a quick update there, not too much to go on, but if there are more updates throughout the day, we'll bring you those as well. On to some of the other top stories right now. Nothing else live really compelling coming in for us. We're getting word that there is a bear on the loose in the Maryland area, a wooded area along Route 15. So we'll bring you that chopper video if we get that in. I'm still looking for more of that video to come in. So we'll be watching for that. But for now, guys, a couple of the top stories that we didn't get to yesterday that have been circulating this week all over the country.
It's gone. It's come within about half a block of my other home.
Hundreds of residents in north central Arizona have evacuated their homes as the fast-moving tinder fire ripped through the area, and hundreds more under voluntary evacuation orders.
We did have a very
significant evacuation well ahead of the fire front, so there was no injuries.
The more than 9,000-acre wildfire started last week in Clint's Well, about 180 miles north of Phoenix, and as of Monday, it was 0% contained. Firefighters and hotshot crews not only battling the flames, but also high winds and extremely dry conditions. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey has declared a state of emergency to allow for more resources for first responders. The Red Cross has set up shelters for those forced out of their homes with nowhere to go.
It was very scary to see that, you know, the fire right there.
Arizona isn't the only state battling fires. Crews in Oklahoma have been working since last week to extinguish several large grass fires around the state. The wind fueling the flames, which have burned more than 300,000 acres, claimed at least 2 lives and killed hundreds of cattle. Oklahoma's Governor Mary Fallin recently issued a state of emergency for 52 counties. The cause of the wildfire in Arizona is under investigation. In Washington, Kelly Wright, Fox News.
Voices. This is the iconic heavy bomber of World War II.
Some are human, some are not. And as the years pass, the voices of the men who flew the B-17 will fade. The only voice left will be the machine they flew, the Flying Fortress. And if not for outfits like the Liberty Foundation, that voice would be lost as well.
We find that students, even people who are in their 30s and 40s, they just don't have a connection or attachment to World War II anymore.
The Liberty Foundation's B-17 Madras Maiden is one of only 12 B-17s that exist in the U.S. It's one of only 5 that are still flying.
Between 2005 and about 2010, we toured the Liberty Bell around the United States, sharing it with people.
John Shellworth is the captain of the Madras Maiden. He says as time goes by, fewer and fewer men who flew her in combat will be around.
10 years ago, we would get 5, 6 vets that would come out. Today, we get maybe 1 a stop.
At Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport in Jefferson County, 1 Army Air Corps veteran was supposed to show up. Couldn't make it. 1 less voice.
Very sad passing of a generation.
Sadly, sooner than later, the only voice you'll hear. In time, it will be silenced. In Daru, Fox 31.
So a couple cool stories there coming out of some of the various stations, some of the various cities that we have sister stations at across the nation. We are now finally getting in that footage from Philadelphia, Temple University College signing day, where Michelle Obama is expected to speak very shortly. So I'm going to bring that up and check in here to this exciting day for Temple University.
it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Use your chance, do your dance.
First of all, everybody, congratulations on being accepted to college. That's amazing. That's stupendous. It's going to be the best 4 years of your life. Everybody here is here to tell you something about their college experience and let you know how awesome the next 4 years are going to be. Matumbo.
No, 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 no. Congratulations for signing up for college. We're so happy for you. I want to tell you this. Love is not about where you come from. Love is about where you're going. You are going to college. Congratulations.
Hello, hello. Yo, go. My name is Mark Jackson, born and raised in North Philadelphia. How y'all doing? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Congratulations, Temple TU, TU. Congratulations to everyone. Y'all are our future. Remember why you're here. This is a celebration of a great day. When you get to college, remember it's about those books, but it's about the people you meet. Get in there, make friends, socialize, network, because the people you go to school with is the people that be successful with you after college. Have fun, enjoy. Good job, y'all.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Harding from Houston, playing the WNBA.
Yeah.
And congratulations, all of you. This is the next step in your journey. Understand that you can do anything you want to do. You have the opportunity to study whatever you want. Whatever you have passion in, whatever you love, you can study it and you can do it. You got this far, you can do anything you want to do. I look forward to seeing what all you are going to do in the next coming years.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Kiki! Hey! Man, you guys, you know, I haven't gone to college. I really want to go to college. So I really want to let y'all know, you know, I know you guys, okay, you know, I do entertainment and things like that, but it really inspires me to know that you guys are taking this step. This is huge. You know, this is amazing. You're going to get the opportunity to give yourself structure and discipline, and it will be difficult, and you will have your rough days, but don't ever stop from believing in yourself. We hear that all the time, but all you have is you. You may not have your friends, your family, your mom, whatever it is, but every morning you wake up, you look in the mirror, that's the person that you have to be most faithful to. So never give up on yourselves, and always remember that life is a dream, so make it your reality. Love y'all. Yeah!
Yeah, get it hyping. Everybody, check it out. Listen. I moved to New York when I was 17 years old to go to college. I had $425 in my pocket and literally 2 pair of jeans and 5 shirts. There's no reason why I should be where I am today without the 4 years I got at college. My dad told me if 400 people go to college, if 400 people go to medical school, when graduation comes, number 400 that walks across the stage, you know what they call him? Doctor. So going to college is very important. The most important thing is finishing. If you're number 100, if you're number 400, just know when you walk across that stage, you got something they cannot deny. You got something they're going to have to respect. You got something they're going to have to handle. And when you walk in, you shining, baby. You walk in just like that. You heard me? And you let them know, I got that. Now what? We shining, all right? Congratulations, y'all. Have fun.
Y'all keep it going for it one more time. Give it up for them. It's all about y'all. We got superheroes in the building. And I also heard this is the home of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Y'all know what to do.
Christian, You brought some friends with you, man. Who we got in the building?
Make some noise for the #1 mascot in
Give
the
it up for
NBA.
Franklin.
And the Citrus Dog Squad.
This is how we do
Here we
it.
go. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Hey.
This is how we do it.
Hands up, y'all. Make some noise for the best talent in the NBA. Let's go.
This is how we do it.
Hey. Let's go.
This is how we do it.
Christian, what you got?
This is how
what you got?
It's
What you got, Nick? Everybody say, go Nick, go Nick, go Nick, go Nick. Oh. Make some noise one more time. Give it up for the 76ers Dark Crew is going down. And we only doing that because we want to get that energy high. So everybody on their feet, we got a performance for y'all. Yo, franchise, take us out so we can do this properly. At the family reunion. Give it up for the superstar performer about to blaze the stage, Camila Cabello!
Yeah, ready? I'm ready. Yep. What's that? Instead of, okay, got it. Walk in on bum, 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 bum. Good? I'm gonna talk. Yeah.
Are you guys ready to introduce us?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Ready for the track?
Yeah. Good morning, Philly, and everybody at school watching. Happy College Signing Day. Make some noise. Woo!
Havana, na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na na na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, he don't walk with that how you doing. When he came in the room, there's a lot of girls I can do it. Hey, but I can't without you. I'm forever in a minute. Sing. That's on my night and Papa says he's got my love in him. He got me feeling like ooh. I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. Hey, I'm feeling like ooh. And then I had to tell him I had to go. Oh, no, 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 no.
Congratulations to all of you guys. And thank you so much, Michelle Obama, for everything you do for the youth. We love you. Congratulations, and thank you for having me.
Y'all keep it going for Camila Cabello. She rocked it just for y'all. It's going down again. This is a celebration for y'all. Make sure you use that hashtag College Signing Day. Philadelphia, y'all ready to meet somebody else who's here to celebrate you? Y'all want some free stuff? That always get us excited. We gonna give out some free stuff for education. I got some laptops I want to give away. We gonna make it happen. We gonna get Pop. My G, I got you. But we gotta follow the order of conduct. He was like, you know me, I'm your cousin. Don't really work like that. I'm gonna have some people come out here and help me out. Any gamers in the building? Look at the old folks like, what is a gamer? I play Monopoly. No, gamers, you about to see. I'm going to introduce y'all to some of the top gamers in the world right now, representing Twitch real big. Go ahead. We're going to do it like this, though. We got to do it how we do at the family reunion. Give it up for Twitch's ammunition, Aurelian, Ninja, and Jay Ghostly! Ninja's in the building. Jay Ghostly's in the building.
No, I got into gaming from my dad. He had video games lying around and just been doing that my entire life, really. And my education really was something that, oh God, I feel like everyone's laughing. No.
They can't hear you, Ninja.
No, so I was going to college and high school, and I just gamed my entire life while I was doing it. Oh, dude, my bad. Hello. Sorry, guys. So, no. Well, you keep holding me the mic, so, Jesus, no. How you doing? You doing all right? I got it, right? We can talk. You guys hear me? Can everyone hear me? All right, cool. So I got into gaming from my dad, right? He had the video games lying around, and how my education really played into it. I mean, okay, we're good there. Wow, that is so much better.
He's way better at playing video games.
I'd rather play video games right now. Honestly, no, I'm just kidding. No, I played video games while I was going to, college, and my education was just something that I actually kind of met someone through college who got me into streaming and like recommended it.
So college made it all happen for you.
Technically, yeah. While I was going my first year, yeah.
There it is. So how about we help and give out some laptops right now to these people?
Yeah, love to do that.
We're here to announce the laptop giveaway now. Everybody knows you'll need a laptop for college, and we're gonna start this off. We got some things going down now. All we have to do, they gave you guys lines and stuff. So we got some special people in the audience that's going to hook it up. And I'm going to let Jay Ghostly start it off and kick it off. Here we go.
Thank you, Nick. He pretty much said everything already, so let's get right into who is winning this first laptop. We've got section 113, row N, seat 8.
Where you at? Section 113, row N, seat 8. Come on down. You better hit them folks.
Okay, great. They will be in contact with you, so don't worry.
Is that a college student? Okay, making sure that looked like it was somebody's mama. I'm sorry.
You don't have to go anywhere. You'll
make sure
stay
the
right
students
there.
win.
Yeah. Thank you to CF Charities, by the way, for supplying the laptops to give away to you guys to help you with your education.
Absolutely. Thank you to CF Charities for the laptop. Now, Who's our next winner? We got more. Don't give up. You
Number
could be in the lucky seat. Who's next?
All right, section 104.
Oh, that ain't me.
Row Q. Q is in quiet.
The cheers get
Seat
smaller and smaller.
11.
There it is. Section 104. Row Q, seat 11. That's my seat. That's my seat. Where you at? It's over there. We putting your education to test. There it is. They just figured it out. Y'all give it up for them. You guys got to be more happy than that. It's like, we ain't win. We not done, though. We got more. Who's next?
This one's for the people in the floor section. Yeah!
Uh-oh. It's all right here.
Row 14.
Oh.
Seat 34.
Yeah! Turn up. I need a laptop. We got more. We got more. Ninja, what you got, man?
All right, this is right here. Got it. All right, section 108.
108 in the building.
Row L, as in love.
Oh.
Seat 16.
108, row L, seat 16. Where you at?
Everyone, please walk out towards that way.
Oh, she on the Price is Right. She running down the steps and everything.
So guys, you're watching this national event. It is an annual event that's been going on for 5 years now, put on by a group called Reach Higher. You can see Michelle Obama's tweet in the right corner of your screen there. She's been tweeting a couple of times about how she'll be keynoting this event. She'll be speaking, I believe, later on, because we haven't seen her yet, but you saw, obviously, a lot of celebrities are there, some people performing, all part of this celebration here at Temple University in Philadelphia, their college signing day. And as you know, Michelle Obama has been a tireless champion of education and experience for the youth, so she is the perfect candidate, really, to make this speech, and she's been kind of tweeting about it and talking about it for several days now. So that is coming up next once they go through some of this stuff. Obviously, Nick Cannon is emceeing this event. We will be showing it as much as we have it coming in live from our stream in Philly.
We got some superstars in the building that's all about higher education. You've seen this woman grace all of the magazine covers you could ever think of. She is a supermodel, and she's all about super education. Y'all make some noise for the one and only Karlie Kloss over there. Y'all give it up for her.
Hey, Nick, you know what? We're coming up on stage with you right now.
Oh, you gonna bring up here?
But we can't come up unless y'all make some noise right now.
You got some students with you. More giveaways. Christian and Karlie doing their thing. There it is. Keep it going for Christian and Karlie Kloss. What are we giving away? What do I got? And some students. Talk to him, Christian.
Hey, I need you guys to make some noise for the one and only Karlie Kloss, American model, entrepreneur. Karlie, you started a wonderful scholarship for girls who are interested in computer science. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And tell us a little bit about your special guest that you brought with you out here. You guys come over here with me right here. Come on, let's do this right.
Yes. First and foremost, congratulations. You guys, today is about you. Like, we're all here to celebrate you. There have been sleepless nights, countless hours to get to this point, so congratulations. You've made it this far. The rest is easy. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit. I'm a model, but I'm also a lifelong student. And a few years ago, I took a coding class, and it totally opened my eyes to a whole new world and inspired me to start Code with Klossy, which is my organization to teach girls how to code across the U.S. And I have some amazing young women standing next to me that I'm so proud that they'll share their names and where they're going to school this fall.
Hi, I'm Valeria Torres Olivares, and I'm going to Princeton University next fall.
Just don't forget the people who helped you get here, always being humble, thanking your parents, thanking your teachers, thanking everyone who's been around you to get to this point, always being hungry to keep getting better every day, keep striving to be as best you can be. Good job, guys. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks for letting us be a part of this, guys. We're all proud of you, and we wish you the best. Keep a great attitude, everybody. Stay humble and hungry. We love you.
There it is, my guys. True champions representing that Philly love. Y'all ready to keep it going? Now can I introduce y'all to a fellow student? Somebody who's doing the same thing that you guys are doing. They want to be a positive influence and inspiration as a speaker today. We're not going to turn down, but we're going to turn on right now. Lock in and focus. We're going to get to it. This young man was born and raised right here in Philadelphia, and he's going to be the first in his family to attend college. So let's clap that up right there. While he's earning his bachelor's degree at Penn State, young man has some wise words. His ultimate goal is to be a businessman and an entrepreneur. And you know he's going to step up with his first clothing line of his very own called Basically Flossy. I'm going to need some of that Basically Flossy. Now, he's attended the Girard College just from 6th grade to 10th grade. And you know, he's done everything from Boy Scouts to student council, baseball, soccer, and he got the high GPA getting it popping. You know how we do with the dual enrollment at Community College of Philadelphia. He was a member of the football team, and he's also participated in the Field and Funds College Access Program. I can say more and more about this rising star, but I'm going to let him speak for himself as he speaks to you about education. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my man, Jashir Adams. Almost messed up your last name, bro. Brother Arms. Talk to the people, man.
Who all in here is going to Penn State? See, comfortable real quick? I got to take over real quick. We are. Thank you. Got it. Good evening, parents, teachers, admission representatives, and most importantly, the persistent class of 2018. I'm from a city your brotherly love with a name doesn't always fit the reality of it. Crime rates are high, and there are many bad influences, so staying positive isn't very easy. I grew up in a 2-bedroom apartment with my mother, up here on 16th and Master, and we were, and still are, a low-income family. Despite our lack of money, my mother always made sure I had what I needed because my father was in and out of my life. Even though he would come and spend time with me on weekends and occasionally give me money, it still wasn't enough to satisfy my hunger of love and affection. That was my first experience of disappointment. Now I tell this story today because I know that most, if not all of you, can relate to it. Growing up in Philadelphia can either be the most unfortunate tragedy or the best experience ever. A tragedy because of all the distractions. When all you see in your community are drugs, violence, and poverty, it's not unusual for someone to just give up on their life. It is actually looked at as acceptable. That is not the case for the class of 2018. We are persistent. We are the few that rarely make it out of this challenging and sometimes unforgiving city. So for us, growing up in Philly may be the best experience we ever have in our lives. Because after Philly, everything else is a lot less difficult. We grew up with the struggle. We grew up with a chip on our shoulders. We are built to withstand anything that is thrown at us. And that's an advantage we have over everyone else. One of my favorite quotes is by Tupac Shakur, and it reads, "You're trying to plant something in the concrete. If it grows and the petals got all kinds of scratches and marks, you're not going to say, dang, look at all the scratches and marks in the rose they grew from concrete." You're like, dang, a rose grew from concrete?
2018, we are the roses that grew from concrete. This is just the beginning, though. We still have examples to set and new people to lead. So continue to strive for greatness on your upcoming journeys, because it's not about where you're going, it's about what you do when you get there. And one last thing, no matter where you're going after high school, whether that be a 2-year college, 4-year university, trade school, or into the service, no matter where we go or what we do, it is important to never forget the concrete in which you grew. At this time, I would like to invite my colleague Goliath back up to the stage. As we join hands, I would like to encourage you all to do the same with the person sitting next to you.
This symbolizes us coming together as Philadelphia's class of 2018 to cross over into the next chapter of our lives. Thank you all, and good luck in the next chapters of life.
Please welcome the beautiful and talented Kelly Rowland and the not quite as beautiful, Ferguson.
You guys, I don't have a t-shirt or anything from my alma mater because I went to a performing arts academy, but I'm a proud recipient of a certificate of completion of the American Musical Dramatic Academy, and I'm doing just fine. But that's all to say, if you have a passion for dance, or theater, or cooking, or being fabulous, just that passion is valid, okay? And even if you just have a dream, that dream is valid. And if you don't know what you want to do with your career, that career is valid. And you don't know, the journey is valid. So, just make your mark. We need your mark on this world. You all are beautiful people. I can't wait to see what you do with your lives. Congratulations. Do y'all know my friend Karlie? Say her name, say her name.
I need to be saying every single last one of your names. I want to be saying every single last one of your names in times to come. For sure, for sure. I just want to say congratulations. I want to say that it wasn't easy to just get up here, to have a career. It took a lot of focus, a lot of hard work to be completely 100. There were times where I didn't know if Destiny's Child was going to be signed. I didn't know if I could do a solo album. I didn't know if I could do something. And I had to keep telling myself that I am more than great. I am more than a conqueror. I am more than victorious. And there's only one of me. So you have to tell yourself there's only one of me. And whatever you bring to the light, whatever gift you have, whatever passion you have, we're all here waiting for it. We need you. We need your brilliance. We need your passion. We need your heart. And we love you so much. Thank you so much, Make Room, for having us. Michelle Obama for having us. And we celebrate you all. We celebrate each and every single last one of you. We love you guys. Have a wonderful college season.
Are y'all having a good time so far? Make some noise. It's a little quiet. I said, are y'all having a good time so far? Make some noise. I have two classic men. Y'all see what y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I have two classic men about to come onto the
the stage. I need you to make some noise for actor and former Philadelphia Eagle, Nnamdi Asomugha, and classic man himself, Nevola! Hey! Y'all better make some noise! Make some noise one more time for Nnamdi and Nevola. Show some love.
Congratulations.
Yeah, if you hear us say, ooh la la. Ooh la la. Yo, first of all, you guys are spoiled today. Because we never had this when we got to school. So thank God that you guys pushed so hard. We know that it took a community, it took your school, your teachers, your parents, your guardians, yourselves to get here. So congratulations on college signing day first and foremost.
Absolutely. Anybody out here going to Berkeley? There they go. There they go.
Right there.
There they go.
Oh, they hyped too. Okay, yes. Now we have you guys here for a reason. Both of you are graduates of universities. You had wonderful experiences in college, and you both love to speak about the importance of higher education, which is obviously why you're here. Let's talk a little bit about college. How has college written? Now hold on now. We need y'all to dig deep. I want honest, real-life questions.
Okay, the truth is college, you will learn both good and bad habits. There's a lot of things that you learn in college that you may actually have to relearn when you get out of college. So my simple advice to you is to always seek excellence in everything that you do. And as my dad would say this, and we both have Nigerian parents, he used to say, my dad would say, in life, always be the first, the best, or the last. Because nobody remembers anybody in between. So that's my advice to you all.
That's great. Give them a hand. That's a good answer. We love it. What do you say, Nnamdi?
And I guess for me, I just want to leave you guys with two words: empathy and respect. Empathy and respect. If you have those two words when you're in college, anybody that you meet in college, they're going to be coming from different backgrounds, different accents, different personalities, and you're going to be away from home for the first time. You're going to be leaders. If you treat everybody with empathy and respect, then you'll have a better college experience. So on the count of three, we're going to say empathy and respect. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Before we get out of here, one question, one of you can answer it. A lot of peer pressure, a lot of distractions. This is a lot of time, kids' first time being able to do whatever they want. What is your advice to them? How do they stay focused? How did you do it? What can they prepare themselves for? Either one of us.
That's a tough question. It's going to be the first time that you guys have time. And then your time is made by you. So as a human being, that's exciting because you control your life. The best way is you have to know what kind of learner you are. I'm a visual learner. So for me, it was just making sure that I had some visual board that I could section out my time, honestly. You have to know what kind of learner you are, otherwise you get lost in time.
And I would just say make sure you prepare. Preparation is everything, and whatever happens is best at that point. But as long as you prepared, you've taken care of the majority of the battle. I want to give a quick shout out to Natalie, Angie, Andy, and Marcus, wherever you guys are. These are my ACT students. Congratulations. Have fun, y'all.
Hey, one more time. Give it up for Zendaya and Nnamdi! Hey, Nick, what's up, baby?
What's good? What's good? We keeping it going. We keeping the energy up. Ladies and gentlemen from the Goodwill, y'all make some noise for my friend Bailey Madison. Now we got some stuff to give away, Christian.
Oh, really?
Bailey's gonna help us out. Now, congratulations on another season of the Goodwill.
Thank you. Hi guys, congratulations to all of you. We're so excited to be here. All right, so
We got some money to give away.
we have some money to give away to some lucky students. Thanks to the CF charity, they are going to be giving away $1,000. You guys can buy new books.
$1,000, that's a bag right there. That's a bag. We need that.
Yes, yeah.
Not a physical bag, $1,000.
Do you? I don't have a winner. Uh-oh, so we got to make sure we gonna figure out how we have the winner because we got to give this going away.
It's me.
I say we should give it to everybody, but how are we gonna make sure that we got the winners? Do we know who's winning $1,000? Me.
Yes, you are.
We gotta make sure. Well, it says right here we are gonna make this entire donation to be decided.
Oh, so, are we supposed to?
Are we gonna decide? Because if you ask me, I just want to. Okay. Are y'all giving me the freedom to just give $1,000 to anybody? Is that how that's happening? I'm telling you, what y'all get is money away. I need some kind of direction, a principle, something. Because I'm just about to pick the flyest person in the audience. Y'all better give me some direction. Baby, we gon' pick her. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. I think $1,000 is yours, you're right on top. Keep us on it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. There you go, right on the left. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Okay. Let's go.
Everybody.
You guys can give us the information, so we about to give $1,000 to somebody out there. All you white people in charge, y'all better tell me I'm doing the right thing. Y'all ain't gonna be mad at me. Baby, let's get to it.
Okay, wait. What if we, let's see who's the middle. We'll choose my section.
Don't do it. They just told me, they gave me the information. The winner is in this room, by the way. And we're gonna do this Oprah style. Look under your seats. There's nothing there. But your seat number will be called by the end of the show to let you know who that $1,000 winner is. I tell you, that's what they just told me.
And you know what? There's another winner.
There's a $500 winner that's gonna win here tonight too. So we got two winners. It's gonna happen. But ladies and gentlemen,
We're gonna toss it over.
right now, keep it going. From Bailey one more time. From the good witch, Bailey Madison, I'm gonna bring some more superstars on the stage. Yo, Christian, you ready to introduce these people?
Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm so ready. I have a very special person. I just got some information, right? We have this Zeta Phi Beta SMGI scholarship for $500.
Yeah,
we know that.
You know that.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's going out to somebody that's right out here in this crowd right now.
We just told him that.
Man, listen to me.
Keep going.
You know what else I know?
What you know?
I know that person's name is Han Dang. Han Dang, we love this noise! Hey, Han Dang, you know what? Can we get...
Yeah, stand up.
Am I crazy if I ask Han Dang?
I need a law.
Stand up,
Who is Han Dang? Where is Han Dang?
Right there in the flower
On the stage?
Yeah.
Do we want her on the stage? We want her on the stage?
Just go give her her money, Chrissy.
I'll go give her money. I'll go give her a hug.
You know what? That's all we about to do. You guys ready to meet another family member that's here to celebrate y'all? We gotta do it how we do it then. At the family reunion. I'm introducing Jameer Nelson, Sierra, and Janelle.
faces. I see you smiling. That smile means so much. It makes us smile. It makes me smile to know that you guys are committing to taking the next steps to brighten your future, to reach higher, to keep growing. That's what it's all about. So I have on a shirt that says, "Why not you?" My husband and I, Russell, we have this foundation, and we talk about having a why not you attitude. You know, we both kind of face odds of people, you know, we didn't have what people would typically have to get to where we are in our fields and our professions. And we always believe in having a why not you attitude. How many of you believe in having a why not you attitude? That's saying, why not me? Why can I be everything I want to be? Why can I make my dream? Why not me make my dream come true? Why not me be the next doctor, or be the next singer, or be the next president, or be the next just anything that you believe in? Why not you be able to make that dream come true? So I want you guys to say, why not me? And do you know that your dream starts and ends with you? Did you know that? So I want you guys to say, my dream starts and ends with me. I can be anything I believe in. My dreams will come true if I believe in those dreams. You guys must know that. I'm so proud of you guys. I would talk to you forever on how proud I am. But this is really an exciting day. This is really about reaching higher and telling people to make room for you and all that you're going to do in this world. So we love you guys, and just congratulations on such a special day in your life and in your career.
First of all, congratulations to all you guys out there further your education. Being as though I'm from this area, growing up at Chestnut High School, attended St. Joe's University. I was one of you kids 18 years ago, sitting right here on signing day, waiting to go to college, nervous, but also excited. And like Sierra said, it's one of those things, why not? Why not, why not be the next doctor? Why not be the next singer? Why not be the next whatever you want to be? It's going to be a lot of ups and downs when you get to college. But just like you had to overcome things in high school, just continue to handle adversity well and persevere.
What's up, y'all? Here on behalf of my First Lady forever, Michelle Obama. I just want to say that I am so hopeful when I look out and see this sea of diversity. All these beautiful faces. This is the American dream right in front of us. I want to say to you that I grew up as a daughter to a mother who was a custodian worker. She was a janitor. She helped clean my high school and my middle school. My father was a sanitation worker. He helped toss trash and clean up our communities. My stepdad, who was just like my father, worked at the post office. He delivered mail. And so I grew up to a very hard working class family. I want you guys to give a round of applause to all the hard working class mothers and fathers who have helped you get here today. It is not because of your own doing. It also has to do with the parents who have made sacrifices for you. Just like my parents have made sacrifices for me, your parents have made sacrifices for you. So I just want to acknowledge that. And remember, you have an opportunity to shape the future. I'm so proud that you are choosing to get a higher education, because I believe this. I believe that education and the pursuit of knowledge within itself is its own reward. Education and the pursuit of knowledge within itself is its own reward. So don't worry about what job you're going to get when you get out of college. Don't worry about someone else's expectations of what you should be once you get your degree. Just know that you learning is all that matters. And remember, you don't have to take the same coordinates to reach the same destination. Just because your friend is doing it one way, just because your brother or your mother or your father may have done it one way, you have your own journey, and it's not a race. So God bless you all. I love y'all. Stay positive. You got this.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all make some noise, boys. need some more followers. Y'all better stand up. This is Sierra's floor. What we gonna say?
Everybody on the count of three, we gonna say reach higher. 1, 2, 3.
Now you gotta tag everybody in here on that post. Y'all ready to keep it going? It's going down now. We got some superstars waiting to meet y'all, waiting to talk to y'all, waiting to celebrate y'all. So I need that energy one more time at the family reunion. Right now I'm introducing a superstar comedian and action shot. Give it up for Robert Wilson.
Just joking. Guys, this is a very important day, so I've prepared a pretty important speech for you guys. Okay. So recently I was in my house and I was eating cheesecake. And I kind of got in trouble because apparently I was rude to this guy who was very, very powerful in Hollywood. And so my agent calls me up, I'm in so much trouble, and she goes, Rebel, like, you can't do that. People, there's only a few movie studios, you can't do stuff like that. And I said, well, I don't care if my Hollywood career disappears. Do you know why? Because I actually have 2 degrees from college. Yeah. From this school, UNSW, which is kind of like the Harvard or Yale of Australia. I actually have a law degree and an arts degree. Oh, thanks. And so I said to my agent, you know what? I could be a lawyer tomorrow if I wanted to. Like, Fat Amy Legal Service. I could crush your court case if you needed me to. And a lot of people ask me where I get my confidence from, and I tell them that it's because I'm so hot. I mean, no way. It's because I'm so well educated. And that actually is what gives me so much confidence. College for me wasn't an easy thing to do. It took me 2.5 hours each way to get to my college. I had to do the train bus, which is a pretty shit sandwich. But I persevered, and the funnest part for me about going to college was parties. But no, I'm actually joking, you guys. I didn't go to one college party. I was too busy studying. And in Australia, we don't have things like sororities or guns. It took me a long time to finish my 2 degrees because I had to work at the same time, and I did so many different jobs. I worked in the mall selling sunglasses. I worked at the movie cinema. I taught maths and English to other kids. I was actually still working in the movie cinema when I was in my very first movie. So I was there with a trash bag as people were exiting the film, and they'd say, weren't you just in that movie? And I'd be like, yes, it was, but I'm now collecting the trash. So I did struggle a lot trying to find the balance between working and being a student and being an aspiring actress/model. And a lot of people ask me why I continue to persevere with studying. And I said, that's easy, because my father was a dropout and I didn't want to be like him. I'm joking, although that is true. No, the reason is because if you have a good education, you have so many options in life. So congratulations to everyone here, and you will have those options too, so feel confident in that. Thank you guys, congratulations.
I want you to hang out with me for a second. Can we hang out with me?
Oh, yeah.
You know, right? Because I gotta bring another superstar on stage.
Well, I thought you were gonna play a slump.
Philadelphia is ready. We are family here.
Yeah.
You like our Australian cousin.
I know, yeah.
It's going down, and this is what we do at the family reunion. I'm introducing my friend, superstar singer, actress, and all-around great entertainer, Zendaya.
Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet because I know it's probably been a long day. But I just want to say thank you for having us. Thank you for having me here. I know you've heard a million times already that we're proud of you and we support you. But it's 100% true. I came here today to inspire my peers, and I found that I am being inspired by my peers and everything that you guys are doing, everything that you are. I think this time we're in need of brave, amazing, beautiful leaders, and that's what you guys are, and that's what you guys will be, and that's what we're here for. So I'm just here to support my fellow young people. We're changing the game. So thank you so much for having me and embracing me with open arms, and we're so, so proud of you. Continue to do what you gotta do, all right?
Y'all keep it going for Zendaya. Now, Zendaya and Rebel are going to stay out here and rock with us because we are both, all three of us, are excited to bring out the next person, the next family member. I know this is an honor. This is going to be crazy. Everybody stay on your feet and let's do our introduction how we do it. Now, hold on, y'all. This is a big one, so we got to really sing it with passion. At the family reunion. Who introducing? Who I'm introducing one of the greatest actors of all time. Give it up for Robert de Niro!
How many of you are planning to go to Trump University?
Only Kanye! Only Kanye!
Okay, because I'll address the others. Congratulations, you've been a success in high school, and you're poised for success in your next move. Your accomplishments required a lot of commitment and maturity. Those qualities will serve you as well as you continue your adventure. Give yourselves a consensual pat on the back. While we're celebrating, this is also a good time to think about those who helped you get here. As President Obama said about people who are successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. When we succeed because of our individual initiative, but also because we do things together. This is also a good day to resolve, to give back and help others along the way. And as you go forward to higher education or the military, and are joined by friends who are making their journey in other ways, you have the opportunity to change the world, to make it better. Soon you will be voting for the first time. That's a great way to start. Today is for you. You've got my vote. Tomorrow you will be voting for our leaders, and that vote has never, never, ever been more important than now. Don't slug now. We are depending on you. You are the future. And I'm watching you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, honorable Robert de Niro, aka Karlie Kloss We gotta do it right at the family reunion. I'm introducing one of the best actors doing it right now. Give it up for the superstar, Karlie Kloss.
To Temple University Night School. She's right back there. My dad went to Villanova. I went to Villanova for a year, Georgetown. College was the most incredible experience of my life. And what Bob said is true. It is up to you. You are the future. We are counting on you. We depend on you. And I like the way you look. So congratulations. It's an exciting time in your life.
Y'all keep it going for our wonderful superstars on stage. I know everybody's standing. I think it is that moment that we've all been waiting for. I hear she's in the building. Oh, yeah. So we got to give her that same old family and get her dusted. Y'all ready? At the family reunion. Who we introducing? It is my turn right now to introduce to y'all, yes, the one and only, the one I like to call the forever First Lady.
Teachers, I want to thank our hosts, Nick and Bradley, and all the other celebrities who took the time out of their busy schedules to be here for you. Do you know all the folks you have seen on this stage? They came here for you. And you saw them up there. We've got athletes and celebrities and musicians and folks who have a lot going on. But when they heard about what we were doing here today, they dropped everything just to be here to celebrate you. So we are grateful for them. But we are all here because of you. And let me just say to all of the young people, not just here in this city, but around the nation who are celebrating College Signing Day, we are proud of you. For me, this is my 5th signing day event. We started doing this event back in 2014. You remember then we were in the White House then. But that's five years ago, and back then we started by doing just about a couple dozen of these kind of events around the country. And over is what you all have figured out. There is nothing more important than your education. And the fact that everybody in this arena is taking that next most important step to continuing your education, that is something worth celebrating. It's as important as celebrating athletes who are getting drafted. It's more important than celebrating the NBA draft. I'm sorry, you all are the stars. So we decided we needed to make going to college and getting an education as big a deal as getting a contract. Because this is the investment that no one can take away from you. And the only reason I am standing here today is because I was where you were, way back when. I was a kid who grew up on the south side of Chicago. I went to public schools my entire life. And when I decided that I wanted to go to college and I applied, do you know what one of my college counselors told me? She told me, don't set my sights too high. Yeah. She told me that some of the schools that I was trying to apply to were maybe too hard for me. They were too out of my reach. And I know so many of you all heard that too, right? There are always haters out there telling you what you can't do. But here's why I'm so proud of you all. You did just what I did. You guys ignored the haters. You buckled down. You focused. You surrounded yourselves with positive people, and you believed in your ability to do whatever you put your mind to it. And here you are today, headed to the next phase of your journey. And that's why we're here to celebrate you. And here's one of the things I just want to leave you with. I know that for many of you, some of you may be the first or only people from your family or your community to even take this step. And that might feel a little scary, right? Yeah, it certainly did for me. Look, I went from the south side of Chicago to Princeton University. And Princeton felt intimidating. I never set foot on a college campus in that way. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know whether I was smart enough. See, because some of those doubters were seeping in my head. I thought, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't keep up. Maybe they are smarter than me. Maybe I'm going to miss home too much. What about financial aid? How am I going to manage that? I had to have a job because I was a work-study student. So I couldn't afford to just go to class. I had to have a job on top of it. So I didn't know whether I could manage all that and keep my grades up. And then mix into a culture that was nothing like mine. I was surrounded by kids with so much wealth and privilege that I thought I would never fit in. So I don't know if some of you are feeling that. Maybe you're not feeling it now, but there's some of those doubts in your head, some of those butterflies in your stomach. And if you were feeling that way, I want you to know it is perfectly normal for you to be scared about this next step, because I certainly was. But here's the advice that I have for you. Yeah, you're going to get to college, and you're going to struggle sometimes, because we all struggle. Shoot, when Barack and I set foot in the White House, it was a struggle. Who told us that we weren't supposed to be in the White House, and we couldn't handle the pressure, that we weren't ready. So I'm telling you, they will doubt you today, and they will doubt you for the rest of your life, but you will have some struggle, and that's okay. But see, when you hit those roadblocks, when you have trouble in that class, when you feel like you're falling behind, you have to ask for help. No one gets through college on their own. And you have to get on campus right away and find your community. You find your posse. Never be isolated. Don't sit in your dorm. Don't sit at home alone. You got to find a study group. You got to join some clubs. You got to find some teachers who will support you. If you need tutoring, get it. Ask for help. Don't be too proud to get the help you need. And know that you are never struggling alone. Everyone who shows up at college, I don't care how much money they have, they're concerned. They're worried. So you are not alone. And just remember, you have this community right here in your hometown that is rooting for you every step of the way. We need you all to be successful. And we need you all to strive for the greatest heights that you can imagine for yourselves. That's why we're all here today. We love you so much. And we have such high hopes for you. See, I'm not one of those doubters. I know you have everything it takes to succeed. I know that you are me. And if I can be standing here as your forever First Lady, then you can do anything you put your mind to. So remember this moment when you're out there, when you hit those robots. Remember all these people who were thinking about you and praying for you. And never, never be too proud to ask for help. You all got that? So I think that's enough lecturing for now from your former First Lady. I think I'm going to turn it back over to Nick.
That big moment where we get to introduce you guys to special students to keep that energy going. Again, let's clap it up. Let's keep it going. Clap it up. Clap it up.
She's a senior at Girard Academy Music Program School. She wants to major in business and political science. She'll be attending the community college in Philadelphia. Let's give it up and bring on the stage Imani Sanders Rasool.
Keep it going. Come on up. Bring it on up. All right. Now, this young lady is a senior at Philadelphia Military Academy and plans to study business at Lincoln University this fall. Please welcome to the stage, Ramira Leonard.
All right, and I've got the third student. He is a senior at Science Leadership Academy and will be majoring in secondary education and public policy at American University. Let's give it up for Samir Harper.
All right, so Mrs. Obama, this is that moment. We're going to bring our three students on stage. We got our superstars on stage. I got to ask to honor everybody in this building. She's got the right idea. Y'all want to take a selfie? Let's bring it in. We're going to take one big selfie, y'all.
Where's Samir? We got one more. Samir Harper. Where did Samir go?
Mr. Obama said we got one more.
Samir?
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Here he comes.
Here comes Samir.
reunion. Who we introduce. Right now, we introduce a performer for you right now. Y'all know him, y'all love him. Y'all done seen him do his thing. He's an actor. He's a singer. He's an all-around great guy. Y'all make some noise for Jesse Smollett!
Billy, what's good?
All right, guys, well, we're still live here in the newsroom in Washington, D.C., Fox 5 Live. Thanks for joining us today. We're excited to be here with you. Thanks for hanging out on our stream. Obviously, you have been watching the stream of the college signing day at Temple University. Michelle Obama keynote speaking, that event, very exciting. We are going to bring you back there if we do still have it up when they come back. Unfortunately, we don't have rights to a lot of the music that they play, but when the singer, everything kind of comes back and they start making speeches again, we'll bring it back to you. Meanwhile, we have another feed coming in right now. On a more somber note here, a military plane has gone down in Georgia. This was a C-130 plane. It was en route to Arizona. Apparently, this is a deadly military plane crash. No word right now as to exactly what happened or how many deaths are involved here, but this is the scene that we are getting in right now. Yep, there we go. No volume on that. There is a reporter down there, so it is interruptible by reporter speaking on camera, but unfortunately, that's just a crazy scene right there. You can see once they back it up, there's a lot of fire trucks on hand, a lot of people there responding to this scene of this deadly plane crash. As we have more information, we'll bring that back to you as well. We're going to wait out for a second, bring you back to Temple's College Signing Day in just a few moments. But for now, just know that you are watching our stream here at Fox 5 Live. We're here on the weekdays, 11:30 to 2 p.m., tracking some of the hottest stories from here and across the nation. Anything that we're covering, anything that's coming in live and breaking, all right here from our newsroom, which you can see behind me here in D.C. Some of the top stories are really varied today. A lot of cool stuff going on in the middle of the nation. Let's take a look at what some of the stories are, and then we'll come back to Temple University.
Getting a college acceptance letter can be one of the greatest feelings for a young adult, and one New Orleans senior has been feeling pretty good lately.
It was very weird at first, like I used to it, I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's me.
One after the other, college acceptance letters started coming in for Darren Francois, a senior at the International High School of New Orleans. Now, he's been accepted into 83 colleges. On top of that, he was offered close to $3 million in scholarship money.
So what do you think about Lewis?
His drive to apply started while he was working as an assistant in his counselor's office.
She had 2 racks of apps that she had gave me to apply to, but I had applied to my own schools that I wanted to attend. So by the time of December came, I had half of what I have now.
The head of the International High School says the 17-year-old's accomplishments has even taught him a lesson.
Actually, he gave me advice. And that advice was do what's feasible in your arena and be consistent at what you do and be persistent about it. So his notion of being fiscally responsible seems to be at the forefront of what he's doing. So he has taught me
The 83 college acceptance letters are especially rewarding for Francois since he's had to overcome obstacles throughout his life.
Last year I had suffered from alopecia, where I lost all of my hair. And since the age of 4, I've been suffering from epilepsy.
But he pushed through and has stayed active in school.
I'm a student ambassador. I'm the National Honor Society president.
Seeing him grow from this little kid to this now burgeoning adult, it's a proudful moment.
All in all, the successful senior says he's grateful for the outpouring of support.
Happy that people want me to attend their schools.
Christy Coleman, Fox 8 News.
All right, we're hot. We've come to this rural North Carolina gun range. All right, we're loaded. To see if armor aimed at students will really save your kid's life. Parents are buying these bulletproof backpacks. Online, we found many on back order.
The sad reality is that every time there's a shooting, there's a spike in sales.
The products we tested are supposed to stand up to a handgun attack. But we wanted to see how they also held up under extreme conditions. To put them to the test, we turned to use of sandstore. This former sheriff's deputy has more than 2 decades experience in law enforcement. He now trains military and police around the world. First up, this bulletproof backpack sold by Guard Dog Security. It claims to stop a 9mm bullet and costs around $200. Firing from 60 feet away. We are good. And at 9 feet. So there it is. The backpack easily stops it. But in mass shootings from Parkland to Pulse and Las Vegas and Newtown, the weapon of choice wasn't a handgun, but an AR-15 style rifle. All right, here we go. As we saw with this AR-15,
let's see what it did.
It's hard to stop.
There was no deflection in the round. You see how clean the hole is. You look at the back of the backpack, there's a clean through and through.
Does this surprise you at all?
No, not at all. I mean, that's what I expected.
The impact of a high-velocity bullet on a child would mean death, or if they survived, horrific injuries.
So we're going to put this in the backpack.
But what happens when we insert a solid steel plate into this bulletproof backpack? This one, sold by Tactical Scorpion Gear, sells for around $50 and is rated to stop some rifles. Our 9mm is no match. So that mark right there, that's where the bullet just bounced off of it?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But will 2 levels of armor stop an AR-15 from 45 feet away?
The round went through here, and it was stopped by the soft armor in the backpack.
You can see where our 9mm ricocheted off. The round from the AR-15 cuts right through the steel, but is stopped by the backpack. That, in conjunction with this backpack, would have saved someone's life. But if that was just in a normal backpack,
it would not work.
This soft armor Kevlar shield sold by Tuffy Pack sells for around $100. Firing multiple shots from 60 feet and 9 feet away, it stops our 9mm bullets easily.
You see nothing went through the armor.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and it's clean.
We're hot. But like the others, is no match for an AR-15.
It went through it.
You can see the hole right there. None of the products we tested claim to stop an AR-15. For that, Sansor recommends heavier, pricier armor rated at a level 4 or higher by the National Institute of Justice.
So there isn't a product that is bulletproof all the way, you know. You show me a product and I'll show you a way to defeat it. The reality is they all have their limitations.
Which is why Sansor urges parents to arm themselves with research first.
Educate yourself. You know, make sure you understand that what the limitations and the capabilities of the product. This is not an end-all be-all.
Guard Dog Security says its backpacks could lessen the impact of an AR-15. Tuffy Pack says any protection is better than none, and Tactical Scorpion Gear says parents need to be aware of the limitations of body armor, saying nothing is truly bulletproof. Matt Grant, Fox News.
An interesting story there from Fox News, you guys, that was taken from our database for this morning for just a sort of mix of today's top stories. But yeah, I'm Molly Nevola here in the newsroom here at Fox 5 DC, and thank you guys for hanging out on the stream today. I know a majority of it was this celebration here at Temple University, which is still going on. This is College Signing Day. Michelle Obama, a part of this event for 5 years. She's obviously been former First Lady, one to very much tout the importance of education and empowerment for youth. So she was really the perfect candidate for this. You also saw a lot of other stars, including Nick Cannon emceeing this event. Celebrities like Robert De Niro showed up, and Bradley Cooper, Zendaya was there. I believe some of them are on stage still now here as this kind of winds down. We'll listen into some of that coming back in a second, but still, this stream right here, live look down in Savannah, Georgia, where officials have confirmed that 2 are officially dead in this plane crash in Savannah. It's a military plane crash. A C-130 military plane did go down in Savannah en route to Arizona. So as more details come from that, we'll bring that to you as well. Let's see Michelle Obama walk off stage here and kind of wrap up the end of this college signing day. Pretty cool, entertaining event there from Temple University today. College signing day. Everybody encouraging kids to go and finish at their respective universities that they are accepted to. It's a really exciting time, obviously, for high school students. Right now, I'm seeing come on the feed right now a reporter down in Savannah, Georgia, reporting on the incident. Let's listen in.
From that crash up ahead, we are hearing the FBI has taken over this investigation. They are now completely in control, telling Savannah Fire just a minute ago that they need to move back just a little bit. Effingham County officials telling us media will have an interview here at 2 p.m., a briefing. Military briefing will be at 3 p.m. right here where we are at 21 and Crossgate Road. We're going to be staying here for all of it. Like you can see down there, absolutely an incredible response by first responders. Everyone in the county, and even not even in our county, but touching the city of Savannah, they are here, they are responding, they're here to help, and we are going to continue to bring you that information as we can. For now, live in Savannah, Meredith Parker, WTOC News.
All right, guys, so that was obviously just a brief update there on that C-130 plane crash in Savannah, Georgia. Very sad scene there, looking quite destructive there on the highway. As we get more details, we'll bring that to you. Unfortunately, not too much more coming out of that at this time. But if you didn't catch it, how about this morning at the White House, President Trump was there to swear in the brand new Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. He has come from the CIA, as you may well know, and we've been watching his confirmation hearings, some of the testimony he's had to give to the Senate Judiciary Committee and others on the Hill. This morning, there was an official ceremony at the White House to swear him in. He made a few remarks, preceded by President Trump's few remarks as well. So in case you missed it, here they are, short remarks, but an official kind of welcoming in to our new Secretary of State. Check it out.
Good morning, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. As Chief of Protocol, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Department of State for the swearing in of Michael Pompeo as the 70th Secretary of State. It is our honor to have the President, the Vice President of the United States here to officiate the ceremony. Without further delay, I would like to introduce Ambassador Mary Ann Glendon for the invocation.
Lord God, creator of the universe and ruler of all, we ask your blessing and guidance today for our brother Michael as he begins to serve his beloved country in our relations with other lands and governments. Give him, we pray, an ear open to our needs and the needs of others. Sharpen the fine mind you have given him to discern truth from falsehood, appearances from reality. Give him compassion for the oppressed and wisdom to see the way ahead even when all looks dark. And give him the joy that comes to those who spend their lives in the service of others. We ask these blessings, Lord, with thankful hearts and in gratitude for the countless blessings you have already bestowed upon our land. And we ask your forgiveness for the times when we have fallen short of the great things for which you created us. Please hold our brother Michael close to you, Lord, as he embarks on this new service to his country, and give him a share in your own unbounded compassion and goodness. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, in his first visit to the State Department, it is my honor to introduce the President of the United States.
Thank you. I must say that's more spirit than I've heard from the State Department in a long time, many years. We can say many years, maybe many decades. It's going to be a fantastic start, a fantastic day, and that spirit will only be magnified, only with this man right here. I know that for a fact. So thank you all for being here. It's great to be with you, the extraordinary men and women of the State Department. We are profoundly grateful for everything you do for our country, and you'll be doing things that you don't even know about. Right now, they're not even a glimmer in your eye, but, and we have a couple going, Mike, right now that a lot of people don't know about that are very, very encouraging. I also want to thank Vice President Pence and the many members of my cabinet for joining us this morning. We're here to celebrate the swearing in of America's new Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. Mike. This day is a testament to your exceptional skill, Mike, a skill and service. It's been honed over a lifetime, no matter where you went. We're joined by Mike's wife, Susan, and his son, Nick, and I want to thank you both for sharing this wonderful moment with us all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mike is a true American patriot. He has devoted many years of his life to defending America, beginning when he entered West Point. And as you all heard, he entered at 18 and he ended up graduating first in his class. You know, I heard that rumor a long time ago. I thought it was a rumor of, I don't know, you know, I hear first of it. And I've heard it so many times. I've also heard I was first in my class at the Wharton School of Finance. And sometimes when you hear it, you don't say anything. You just let it go. But I heard it with him. And being first in your class at West Point, because I know, that's a big deal. So I said, is that true? Yeah. I asked a few other people, is that true? Yeah. So I started bringing it up. I brought it up about 4 weeks ago, right, David? And after that, everybody brings it up, so I don't have to say it anymore. He was actually first in his class at West Point. And soon he was deployed to Germany, where he served a cavalry officer prior to the fall of the Berlin Wall. After leaving active duty service, Mike graduated from Harvard Law School with high honors. Great student. Mike was elected to Congress in 2010 by the people of the 4th District of a great state, Kansas. right? It is. In the House, he distinguished himself as a member of the Intelligence Committee. For the last 15 months, Mike served as our nation and served our nation as the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, where I can tell you they have such respect for him. It's unbelievable. They may be the only people that are not very happy right now, but they'll be happy. They'll be happy with our Gina, who's here today. And his exceptional leadership of the CIA earned the admiration of his colleagues in the cabinet, the Congress, the intelligence community, as well as our foreign allies and partners. Mike has also earned my deepest respect and admiration and trust, and you'll see why over the coming years, probably over the coming months. I have absolute confidence that he will do an incredible job as the nation's 70th Secretary of State. As Mike travels the world, he will carry out the greatest mission and highest duty of the State Department to represent the interests of the American people. This mission includes overseeing more than 13,000 Foreign Service officers who act as our representatives to the world, 12,000 consular officers and administrator of just an incredible immigration system, a system that we're going to be changing and fixing and making better, a system that's under siege right now, but a system that will, in fact, hopefully be the talk of the world by the time we finish. We have 3,500 security personnel and thousands more diplomats, embassy staff, civil servants, and administrative personnel, all of whom collectively play a vital role in advancing the safety, liberty, prosperity, and all good things of the United States. Very important people, great people. As President Eisenhower said in 1953, make no mistake, the reason we have representatives around the world is to protect American interests. For nearly 230 years, the men and women of the United States State Department have skillfully and proudly answered this call. And now, at this moment in time, I can think of no better person to lead these dedicated public servants than our new Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. Secretary Pompeo, congratulations again. I have no doubt that you will make America proud as our nation's chief diplomat. You're an exceptional guy, a great friend, and somebody that truly loves our country. We are really, really proud of you. I speak on behalf of everybody in this room and also on behalf of your family. Thank you very much, Mike, and congratulations. And now I'd like to ask Vice President Pence to administer the oath of office. Thank you.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michael Pompeo, do solemnly swear.
I, Michael Pompeo, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation, or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties.
That I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
Of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
This is truly humbling. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for those kind words. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for being here today to honor me by swearing me in. Thank you, Ambassador Lala. Ambassador Glendon, thank you so much for that invocation. I used to work for her for $7.50 an hour. It is a great honor to have so many distinguished guests here, including many of my fellow cabinet secretaries and former colleagues in Congress. Thank you for coming today. I was also glad to see you, USAID Administrator Mark Green. I look forward to working with you. I want to first thank God for this opportunity and for the many blessings he has granted to me in my life. My wife Susan and my son Nick are two of the greatest of these. They are my #1 fans most days. And they have shown unyielding support to me throughout my confirmation process and at every other stage in my public service career. I love you both very, very much. I want to thank John Sullivan, Deputy Secretary Sullivan. Where's John? There. John, thank you. Thank you for your service in this interim period. Mr. President, I also want to say thank you to you. You have entrusted me with a weighty and awesome responsibility to serve the American people, first as the Director of the CIA and now as the Secretary of State. This responsibility becomes more sobering when we consider the many threats to American security and prosperity and our liberty. Mr. President, I promise you, my team and I will be unrelenting in confronting those threats. We will employ tough diplomacy when necessary to put the interests of the American people first. I will work to ensure their safety, to preserve their rights, and defend their values. And I will make sure America is always a respected and principled leader on the world stage. We are but 15 months into this administration, and we've already made outstanding progress by speaking the truth about the challenges we face, by confronting them head on, by partnering with strong, sovereign, independent nations to make America and the world more prosperous and secure. We've put a hurt on the ISIS caliphate in Iraq and Syria. We've done so by great diplomatic work. We're confronting all types of Iranian hostility and are deciding on the next step.
All right, guys, well, Pompeo's words in its entirety are at the beginning of the stream. If you're interested, I do want to go over to a live event right now. There's a press conference being held about that military plane crash in Savannah, and it just popped up. Let's listen in.
And we did this, so you guys can get some shade and use the bathroom and things like that. Red carpet is nice enough. Gotta love Parkers. Right. You ready? Yeah. One second. Good afternoon. My name is Gina Bilbo. I am Public Information Officer for the Effingham County Sheriff's Office. However, I am handling media relations for this incident locally.
Okay, your audience should be clean. It should be clean. You scared me.
Okay. At 11:28, we had a report of a plane crash. What we can confirm, and the only thing we can confirm about it at this time, is that it was a non-local C-130 aircraft. As far as anything else to do with that incident, that aircraft, that is going to have to come from the military, and we will hopefully have a briefing at 3 o'clock from the military. Locally, there is a huge impact, obviously. We have Highway 21 from Georgia 307 all the way to Gulfstream Road that is closed, and it will be closed indefinitely. This could take weeks. We have to warn people this could take weeks. The power has been cut to the area, and we are trying desperately to bring the power back up, but right now, until we get everything under control, the power will be cut, and we're not sure of how many people are impacted at this point with the power. The trains are not running because the railroad, the train tracks are actually part of the incident, and it will have to be thoroughly investigated before we're able to open anything back up.
So when you say power, are you talking about powers to houses, electrical power as well?
I'm not sure how many people are impacted. It's going to be a huge footprint at this point.
But it's not just traffic lights?
It's not just traffic lights, no, sir.
Gina, can you confirm that no cars were hit in this crash?
As far as we know, there were no cars hit in this crash. It is an absolute miracle at that time of day and that intersection. But so far as we know, there were no plane crashes, no cars.
So did the plane land on the road?
The plane
is the wreckage on the road?
The wreckage is on the road, yes, sir, in the intersection. We cannot confirm anything at this point. We do know it was a non-local C-130, so there will have to be notifications made before any sort of announcement can be made.
This response is huge. Every agency around here seems like it. How important is that in a situation like this happening?
Listen, I actually tried to write down how many agencies were here. What I can tell you is it's everybody, to include federal agencies and state agencies. And yes, the impact is huge and the response is huge, and everybody is coordinating and working together to hopefully try and mitigate some of the local impact. You know, that roadway is so busy, and we are working with the DOT to try and mitigate some of the traffic issues, but right now it is still just so fresh and so fluid. We're trying to work out some of those details, and as soon as we have them, we'll bring them to you.
What about impact on the airport? Is there impact on the airport? Does it, airport operations, anything?
You know, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to it, but I will find out.
At least in general, for people who are going to be going to and from the airport, obviously they know to be keeping aware of this traffic. How are you guys going to make sure that they get the message, especially if they aren't from here?
Well, obviously the local media is a great help to us today in getting this message out that this roadway is closed and that people will have to detour around it.
So when you said that this roadway in particular will be closed, it could be up for weeks?
It could be weeks. There is, it's a large crash site. So yes, everything will have to be reevaluated by the Department of Transportation before the roadway is able to be opened again.
And that was going to be my next question. Is it partly because it's a military scene that it's going to take so long?
No, it's not. I mean, that obviously does play into it, but it's jet fuel and it's wreckage and it's a crash site. And so everything has to be documented thoroughly before anything can be touched.
So was the wreckage contained to the roadway, or were there also fires on the sides of the road?
There were fires on the sides of the roads. The wreckage did go over the railroad tracks as well, so lots of impact.
Was there a train actively running on the track at that time?
There was not a train involved, and the trains have been stopped.
Do you have any sense of how this is going to impact the port? Because obviously trains, roads are super important for the port.
Yeah, this is going to be a large impact. And all we can do right now is try to mitigate it the best we can and say a prayer for the families of the people that were involved. It could be weeks. Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that the military or national organizations are asking from Effingham County or any of the other local groups to be able to assist them with the investigation?
No, all we're doing is offering support at this point, obviously trying to help them. All of the fire departments are here, all of the police departments, all the sheriff's agencies, everybody is here. So we're all here in support of our military.
And what's it like on your men and women who are now doing this to be assistants, but obviously not? It's an impact in this area.
I think this is what we train for, and we're just trying to do our best to lend the most support that we can.
Gina, for people that might be joining, the military will update us on what exactly can we expect to get from the military.
You know, that's a great question. I don't know how much information they'll be able to release at 3 o'clock, but they do plan to at least try and do a briefing at 3 o'clock. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's the official local word on that incident in Savannah, Georgia. Fortunately, not the military side of events. We don't know a lot of the details. We are hearing 2 people at least are dead in a plane that was carrying 5 people from Savannah, Georgia to Arizona. So unfortunately, more details to come about that. As always, guys, you can follow us on Fox 5 DC on all our platforms. We are going to be back with more streams most definitely next week. I'm actually off for a few days, so I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. But Sam will be here to kind of roll out some of the stream hopefully on Monday, and we'll be back with more live news for you on those days. So I'll miss you guys, but I'll see you next week. Have a great day, and don't forget to follow us on Fox 5 DC on all our platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and our webpage. Of course, you can see this live stream here on YouTube or on the bottom of our website on each day. We archive it there for you to check it out. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, for joining us today, and we'll catch you again soon. Have a great Wednesday, guys. Great weekend.